custom hats. If you watch the channel, you can see I'm always rocking different kinds of hats. Well, here we're going to talk about customization, custom hats. So a lot of different varieties. We're going to explore leather, leatherette, even tri-layer acrylic, DTF, sublimation, all that good stuff with an automatic heat press. Going to talk about sales, small business application, and some considerations with lasers. You can get patches already on hand, but we're going to kind of explore auto heat presses and a lot of what I've experienced working with hats. So use the timestamps if you want to skip on around. A lot of good stuff in here. Check it out. Making some hats with an automatic heat press. All right, folks, we actually have a whole video that really digs into all kinds of things with leather and leatherette patches. I will talk about laser considerations and DTF and sublimation, but really we are going to focus primarily on this, the sponsor of this video, Rizzliz. So this is a pretty affordable. It's a hat press under 300 bucks, interchangeable platens, auto adjusting temps, really quickly heats up. And it's pretty simple, right? So you lock it, it'll automatically apply the pressure. You're making hats in no time. So real quick, let's take a quick look at this in action, and then we'll jump into some considerations with the lasers and the materials and all that tutorial stuff that I know a lot of you want to see. But first, let's check this in action. So this is really slick, right? You just put your hat in and you push a button. You can adjust your temperatures very quickly and easily. The touchscreen works great, your time, and it's automatic. So if you don't get there just in time, it's gonna release pressure. It's not gonna keep going longer, which can destroy projects. So the automatic feature is so nice. The whole unit itself is really lightweight, very portable, lots of other cool bells and whistles, but it works really well. Really simple. Even on this tri-layer acrylic, it worked great. So along with showing this, we will, again, be looking at this even more and some other considerations with this particular unit and other hat presses. There's a lot of you who follow this channel for the laser content, right? And so a lot of different materials out there. You can buy pre-made, patches that are already done. They already have the adhesive on the back, and then you just engrave them with a laser, or you could do sublimation or something like that, or even UV printing. But ultimately, you're going to need a heat press, right, to adhere that hot melt or that durable adhesive or whatever it is to the garment, or in this case, to a snapback or to a fitted hat. So for this, I'm going to just show you some of the tips and tricks and what I did, how to cut this out, some cleaning considerations. If you really want all those other, some more tips, I'll save these. At the very end, there's some more tips on this, so check that out. But let's jump into making some of these custom patches where we engraved and cut them, and then a little bit more. So if you're doing this for small business and you want to make profit, or doing business to business or doing orders, using a premium product like a tri-layer or dual layer acrylic where you get multiple colors really makes your product stand out and can increase your sales for sure. And so here, engraved, right? We have multiple colors. This is all, I'll link this down below. This is through Lone Star, but awesome results. Here I'm using the X-Tool P3 to cut it out. Really simple. If you want to do acrylic, you do need a CO2 laser, but there's the acrylic. There's of course all the different leatherette patches, but when you engrave it yourself and then you cut it yourself, it's a premium product, right? And so that's really can help increase sales. It's fantastic. And so here you can see quite a few different businesses, whether you're just mocking up a couple and just like, hey, make a one-off and kind of cold call, just show up at a business and say, hey, I did your logo on this hat. Would you be interested in, doing a small order, 10 hats? I think it's a great way to build. If you're looking into lasers and you don't know, I've got a lot of videos on the different lasers. So you can check that out. I also have a whole video on the process of how to make these templates, how to add the hot melt and all of that. If you don't want to buy the sheets, my recommendation, just buy the sheets. But you can check out this old video a little bit more on the leather and the engraving and all that stuff. But here we're primarily focused on this heat press. So you can see that display is awesome. Again, it just gets up to temp so quickly. I can see here I'm using a mouse pad for some contours. We'll talk about that later. Pillows work great as well. But it's just automatic, and I was able to crank through these in no time. And the other application, obviously, a lot of folks have sublimation printers or, sublimation prints. They're pretty affordable. With those, you have to have a white hat. And usually these trucker hats are just called sublimation hats because it's white. You could also do DTF, so direct to film. I have a lot of videos on my apparel printer from Xtool where you're printing this and you have a white backer, so you do white ink behind. So I could print on, and I could use this on a darker hat. So DTF is a little bit better than sublimation in that regard, but that same idea applies. And so here, I'm gonna show you these little things, cut them out, throw them on, press. You can get real, obviously it looks just like the picture. It's like clothes, right? So it's not gonna scratch off or peel off. It's not embroidered, but it's pretty cool. So let's show the DTF transfers. Same idea for sublimation. So here I'm just using my normal settings I would use with DTF, where you do a first press. You don't even need anything to cover it because it's got that backer, that film backer. And then after you've pressed everything, notice how many I'm able to do in the background. Probably, okay, not probably, I definitely should have used a little bit less time. But here you can see on a non-sublimation hat, right? You just get it on, really simple, it adheres. We'll talk about how to avoid creases and some other considerations later. But with DTF, then you would pull off that carrier sheet and then you drop the temperature down, which in this machine, it's just so much faster than my other ones. Lock it in place, add, whether it's silicone, Teflon, a T-seal sheet, and then see, automatically is doing that pressure. I've got the time set in for how long I want it, and it's working great. And so definitely it works fast, very efficient. Clean results. But as to the crease, that's mostly user error, and there's some tips that I mentioned we'll get into to avoid that. Earlier I mentioned this tri-layer acrylic. This is some premium stuff and it's sticking, right? We did a test one on the side here going right on that ridge and I had no issues whatsoever. And so this is actually my first time using it. I really wanted to see if this hat press could handle the thick. This is like 3mm stuff, and it still is working great, and that adhesive is working flawlessly, and so pretty slick. So I mentioned the creases, and you can see some of the creases here. I'm kind of a project, let's just go. Let's just do them all instead of testing out a couple. Whoopsie daisy. And there's some really easy ways to avoid these creases. So we're going to dig into that right now. So to avoid those creases, biggest thing is you got to think about the platen size. So what's nice about these is they're interchangeable, so you have to pick the right one that matches your hat type. But once you pick that, there still is this corner over here. And so when this does automatic pressure, you can't adjust the pressure, so it's gonna go straight down. Now, if you don't have something to kind of cushion it off to the edges or the side, well, then it's gonna leave deep crease marks. And so most hat presses are like this. Went ahead and I bought one of these. Super exciting. So you can make these a lot easier. Basically, it is just Teflon paper with some foam. And so if I put this here, when I take my hat, I can do this backwards, and I put it in here, it's gonna cushion over the edges, so it's not gonna be as sharp. And so then I pull this, I do this like so, I lock it in place. Now, when this goes automatically down, when it presses, it's gonna do that hard pressure, which is what you want. If it's too weak, it doesn't work for things like the tri-layer acrylic or some of these really premium leatherette patches or leather patches. So you want that pressure, but if you don't have a pillow or like I showed, a mouse pad underneath, there's just not enough cushion on this side. So one recommendation, hopefully Rizzliz comes out with a rounded corner or a platen kind of like that. But in the meantime, this is such an easy option. Just a little Teflon pillow. This pack, right? That's really exciting. It gets complete coverage right there. So if you want to do something like that, you check the link down below. But pillow, heat press pillow. It's pretty standard for a lot of applications with standard heat presses, but especially here so you don't get those ridges. But what if you get ridges? How can you get rid of them? Here are some of the things that I tried out. So some tips, heat guns work great. You just got to make sure it's not too high of heat or it's not too close. So adding heat will definitely, because the heat actually set that pattern, so the heat will release it. Also adding steam works. You could also use a hat shaper tool like this. So this fits the contours and it blows air up there. If you want to use a stiffening spray, you could certainly do that. That's to reshape old hats. But here what I did is I just added some steam. It was on the contour and I just used my hands really was enough. But if you had some really pesky creases you needed to work on, you could do like a mini handheld heat press or an iron would certainly do it. But a little bit of steam, a little bit of heat is really going to help you out. But like earlier, definitely think about the pillow first. But some great results. I was able to do quite a few hats really, really quickly. It's a great press. It's a great affordable press to just pop out a bunch of hats. And so pretty cool. All right, folks, there you have it. The Rizzliz Auto Heat Press Hat Press. And so, you know, for what it is a great price point. Great price point, considering the fact that basically for the same price, you're paying for the automatic, not the manual ones. You got a lot more control, the heat up really, really fast. One con, you know, that I would say, obviously you can switch the platens really easily. You know, the one con I would say is, you know, you can't adjust the pressure, which most of these you can't. So you do have to use that pillow or take into that consideration so you don't get those creases. However, that's kind of standard on a lot of models like this. And so if you're looking to customize some hats with a heat press, it's a good solid auto heat press. You can use the link down below to learn more. Definitely learn more before making a purchase, do your own research. But there you have it, the Rizzliz Auto Heat Press. Okay, questions. What would you like to see more of in this arena, in this area? Drop it in the comments and we'll try and incorporate it for future videos. If you have used these machines, if you have your own settings that you have found working great for Lone Star adhesive or anything like that, drop the comment down below to share with others. You know, ultimately you're gonna have to do a test file. The great thing with some of those companies that do, you know, the Leatherette or like this tri-layer acrylic, you know, a lot of groups will share their settings on those Facebook groups. You can also go to their website. I know Lone Star has some settings and it's a lot of groups that share the settings. And so while we're focusing on this, I know there's lots of laser folks here who have those questions. So definitely, you know, jump in the comments down below and we'll help each other out and try and add more for future videos. If you are interested in those products, the Leatherettes or the acrylic, I do have an affiliate link through Lone Star. You can check that down below. And of course the lasers, I've got loads of videos on that. If you're just getting into lasers and kind of want to explore that, check out this video to give you a really good overview of all the different machines and what they can do. For engraving, all of the lasers can engrave leather patches. As far as cutting them, there are some special considerations. If you're going to cut acrylic patches and you want to do that, you really need a CO2 laser like that P3, but lots of other options. All right, well, hopefully this did add some value. Thank you for watching. Take care. Until next time.